live? I'm never really sure what I'm doing. So if someone can type a comment and let me know if I am live or not, then I can answer any questions. And I'm Lisa Bunnage, by the way. I'm the one that did that video. Looking more and more scragglier by the day because I never go out anywhere. Just a sec, I got a message here. Okay, Irina says I'm live. Okay, if we got anyone else here, does anyone have any questions about that video? If not, I'm going to talk about a few other things before we get going here. I did want to talk about that mask. A few things have changed since then. Well, tons of people are asking me for masks, and they're also showing, which I can't really supply all these masks. I'm hoping that you'll make masks for your loved ones. And, okay, oh, I just got a message on about this. Anyway, so there's all these different masks coming out, and you can even just use a paper towel. Like, you can look up anything, if you don't know how to sew, and, sorry, okay. If you don't know how to sew, don't worry about it. You can make it out of paper towels and staple the sides together. Sorry. And staple the sides together and then put elastic bands in that and use that as a mask. I mean, you can just try and figure out anything, right? The important thing, I think, as a non-doctor and a non-professional and a non-government worker and a non-politician, is a mask is better than no mask. So any mask is better than no mask. And the countries that have been fighting this the best, like with huge success, I know one is South Korea, the other one is the Czech Republic, I think. And they, from day one, they had masks mandatory. You could not leave your house without a mask. It could be a bandana, a homemade mask, a medical mask. It could be anything. You just had to have one on if you went out in the public, or else you were fined. I don't want to say what would have happened if we would have done that. Maybe things would have been better, but at least we know that now, right? So I'm just going to plug in my earphones. Okay, so we did that tutorial, which was really successful, and a lot of people are wearing those masks now and making them, which is wonderful. I also wanted to talk about something else, and this is a little bit more personal, is what are we doing in our sewing rooms when we're isolated at home? And I wanted to just do a little tour of my sewing room and my stash. And a stash is all the stuff I've collected, and I'm pretty good at getting rid of stuff. I moved from a big home out in Coquitlam to a small apartment at downtown Vancouver, and so I got rid of 22 giant rolls of fabric. Like 22 of them, and they were big. So now my stash is really, really tiny. I'm just going to show you. I hope this microphone's working. Oh, Irina said hi. Who else is in? Amy, are you there? I'm just going to make sure I've got an audience. Otherwise, I'm kind of talking to myself. So, okay. So I'm going to show you my, I'm going to assume someone's watching. I'm just going to show you my stash of fabric. This is all the fabric I've got, except I've got one roll in the corner, that big brown one, and that's it. And then I've got some scraps. That's all I've got. So I'm making, hi Amy, I am making my masks out of this. It's all very organized. This is sort of my quilting cotton area, like my bed sheet cotton kind of area there. This is what I make the masks out of, is this. This is all my stretch fabric, which you don't really want to make masks out of. That's some of my heavyweight upholstery or bag making stuff, which is also what's on the bottom there. Okay, I'm just going to ask your opinion. I know this is off topic for masks, but I'm going to pull out one of my fabrics. This is my absolute favorite fabric, and I haven't got a clue what I'm going to make out of it. And I'm hoping, if you're sewers, I'm hoping you'll have some ideas. Here's the fabric. I don't remember where I got that from. Irina, I don't think this was from you, so you won't remember. It is incredible. It's like a curtain fabric, I guess. It's very thick, and obviously not for masks or anything like that, but it must have been a curtain. I think I can see where it was a curtain. But it's, people would know the name. It's not velvety. It kind of looks there now. But I'm thinking I might make some pants out of this. So if there are any sewers watching and you want to share any ideas on what I could turn this into, I'd really appreciate it. Now, as I said, I don't know how many people are watching. For some reason, I can't seem to see that right now. Might be from you, me, Irina said. Oh, okay, might be. Yeah, possibly. Also, is anyone interested in seeing what's in all those drawers? And I've got some more drawers down here. That's sort of all my sewing supplies, and this is kind of all my tools. And I could also show you my machines. I'm quite happy to show you all around my sewing room and what I do in here, but I'm not too sure how many people are tuned in. And Irina, what would you like me to do right now? She's the boss with all this stuff. So, oh, a survey. Irina said that she's got a survey. I'm not sure where that is. Irina, you might want to type that in. There's a survey on what you want to see next. Okay, so do you want to do a tour? I want to do a tour of my sewing room because I want to see what you're doing in your sewing rooms too. So I would like a tour to do a tour of mine. Then I want to see a tour of yours so that we can sort of share ideas and see what we're doing, because I'm a real sticky beak when it comes to sewing rooms. Is that Australian? I lived in Australia for 20 years. Sticky beak is you're real nosy. You want to see what's going on. So I would love to see your sewing rooms, and I would love to see what you're sewing during this isolation time. Wouldn't you think I could figure out how to turn that volume down, wouldn't you? Anyway, okay. Oh, Irina said it's in the blog post. I guess that's in the Fab Cycle blog post. Is that right, Irina? So that's where the survey is and what you'd like to see next. I'm going to show you something else. Okay, Irina, am I allowed to pull out my goodie bag? She knows I love this thing. I'm just going to show you something else I made. This is out of, what did she say? Oh, I did turn it down, Irina. She talked about the train noise. I don't have trains going by. This is something I don't enjoy doing. I thought I would, but I had a whole bunch of old denim jeans that someone didn't want. Those came from Irina. And she said more tips on the mask. Okay, I'll do that in a second. I just wanted to show this. Just one of the many things that I do with upcycling, and I would love to see what you're doing too. Okay, more tips on the mask. One of the things that I didn't mention in the sewing tutorial, I don't have any masks with me now, but whenever you sew a curve, okay, so you're sewing on that front section and the curve section on the mask, after you've sewn that, you're left with that little 1/4 inch seam. So there's the mask, then there's the line of sewing, and then there's that little 1/4 inch on top. You're supposed to clip that. And what that does, you just take scissors and you clip along. I wish I had it with me. All my masks have been given away, unfortunately, or in the other room. So you just go along and you clip every 1/2 inch or so right up to the sewing, but not into. And that releases the tension so the mask will open up. Another thing I found with the mask that's better, as I've been making tons of them for other people, is that when I do add my iron-on interfacing, most people ask for that. Some people, I had an asthmatic friend who didn't want the interfacing in. She's actually a nurse, I believe. She works at Children's Hospital, and she has one of those proper masks, you know, like a real medical one that she's been using for a while now. She wanted this one to put over top of that when she goes to work, and then she'll wash mine, so every night after work. But she didn't want the filter in there. Here's what I found out. If you don't tighten up the sides with darts so that it's really tight, you get a bit more air circulating so that the filter isn't quite as suffocating. Also, I like to put the interfacing on the inside panel because it tends to kind of warp and bubble the fabric a little bit so that the outside looks nicer. I like it to look kind of good. I also keep saying when I get more time, I'm going to draw funny faces on the mask, and that I just thought it'd be cute to do big smiley faces on the mask. I think that's a really cute idea. I told that to Irina. She went, sounds okay. I thought it was a really cute idea. So that's another idea, but I like it that it looks a lot smoother if you iron on the interfacing on the inside, okay? Otherwise, leave out the interfacing. Just do fabric on the front, fabric on the inside, and you can shove in paper towels, coffee filters, whatever you want, or nothing. These are not medically sound. They're just better than nothing. That's all. Plus, when I'm wearing this thing, this is a really comfortable mask. I keep saying I'm going to make the easier ones because they're just the rectangles and gathered at the sides, but they're just not as comfortable. If I'm wearing one of those, I want to touch my face all the time. This face hugger one that I make, I just don't tend to touch my face or want to at all. So it's really comfortable. Also, I keep them hanging in my bedroom. I don't keep them by the front door. That's what I call my dirty area when I come and go. So I keep my mask in my bedroom. So I put it on just after I've washed my hands. I put my mask on. Then I go and get dressed. And when I come home, I take everything off, disinfect the keys, the doorknobs and everything. Then I wash my hands after I'm disinfecting everything. Then I go in my bedroom. Then I take it off, hang it up on the dirty hook, because all my clean ones are on another hook, and I change them every day. So I have a whole bunch of them. How to maintain face mask. Ooh, I learned something really important today. I'm really glad to still be alive. What I did was I'm using a lot of bleach in my whitewash. I don't know why. I never have before. I just sort of put it on hot water and I don't like to use bleach, but lately I've been using it. I evidently put a bit too much bleach in my whitewash, and I have a bunch of white masks that I have made, and inhaling bleach is not a good thing. I wouldn't go so far as to say I felt dizzy, but I was very happy to get rid of that. So now I'm not going to be using bleach in my wash anymore. I'm just going to use it on the floor or whatever, just to disinfect that. Um, so yeah, you don't want to be inhaling bleach. And they do say that soap and water cleans away the virus. So if it's in with I do put a little bit more laundry detergent in. So if it's in there, I'm guessing it's getting cleaned. I wear it all day. Or if I go grocery shopping and somewhere where I'm around a lot of people, I chuck it in the wash and I get out another one. So I have probably 6 I have on the go right now. And when people are at friends and family and that who I've been giving them to, they usually have 2 or 3. Depends on how often they go out. I've got 2 dogs. I have to walk them 5 times a day. So I'm going through a lot, trying to disinfect. I also disinfect my dog's paws every time. I have pine salt, like liquid gold. I found one once. I don't remember where. It's almost out now, but I add that to a spray bottle and a little bit of water in there too, kind of keeping, I don't know how much you're supposed to have the ratio, but probably half and half. I spray down a cloth every time I come in, and I use that to wipe their little paws. And then I also spray it all over the floor and wash that down too. I don't know. I mean, am I doing the right thing? I don't have a clue. I'm just doing my best. That's how I call it detoxing. That's not what it means, but I'm sort of got a HEPA filtering area near my front door. So yeah, I'd say, oh, Irina's got a whole bunch of stuff in here. Tips on mask, ear savers. Oh, most doctors and nurses and medical staff who are asking, I don't know what that means. Okay, that are asking for these masks do tend to want the ear ones. I know in the States they were asking for the ties when I was researching that, but don't make any masks for any medical person or anybody unless they tell you what they want. I'm not making a whole bunch and then selling them. By the way, I sell them for $10 each, and all that money is going to charity. That's dirty money if I took that. I couldn't possibly take that money. So the money I'm making is going to be going to charity. I don't know which one yet. Okay. As I said, I did answer the question, Irina, about face washing and about, you could get away with 1 mask if you went out once a week. I mean, you only need enough masks for every venture out there, I guess. Does that make sense? But if I'm just walking the dogs, I'm not getting contact with people, so I only do it once a day. But if I go grocery shopping, it goes right in the wash to be bleached and suffocate me to death. But yeah, so we're learning as we go, and I think, geez, if I'd known 2 weeks ago what I know today, I feel like I'm so much better at this now, and at cleaning and being really conscious of it. Another thing that face mask is good for, like I know that Dr. Henry is now saying they're okay. She used to say that, or they all were sort of saying, the medical professionals were saying that in this country, that if you were wearing a mask, it makes you touch your face more. Yes, if you've got an uncomfortable mask, it will do that. But you know what it does for me? I always know it's there, but it's very comfortable. I would say the least comfortable spot is around my ears. I didn't have a great choice in elastic. I just had to use what I have. It's pretty good. It's nice and soft. But I would say that's the only place I want to touch if I wanted to touch anywhere. But it's a constant reminder not to touch my face. So I would say, if anything, I'm touching my face or anywhere near my head. I don't touch my head when I'm out. My hair is always up now. I don't want it flowing when I'm out especially. So, and catching all those COVID germs, right? So it's a constant reminder for people to stay away from me and for me not to touch my face. I'm very aware that this is all, from the neck up, I don't touch anything. And even all my jackets, they all go in the wash. I'm disinfecting everything all the time. I'd like to know what you do. Are there any comments here? Hi, Tanner. You don't have any there. Irina, can you think of anything else? This has been a little bit tricky for us. The Facebook Live went easier than this watch party. It took us a little bit to kind of figure that out. It was our first Facebook Live, which I felt went really well. And then this is our first watch party. But what we really want to concentrate on is doing more lives for you. We want to do more workshops. Irina has, oh yeah, she also said, please go on the survey about what type of workshop you would like, or Facebook Live that you would like. It's on her blog, Fab Cycle blog, and there's a survey on there. So do you want it on upcycling? I can't remember the other ones. Mending, different things. So whatever, oh, it's called the Social Challenge is happening this week, and the theme is Upcycle. Social Challenge, SEWCIAL, play on words. So that's all, we'll all be on the FabCycle website, I'm sure. So if you'd like to join in, then go check it out. I mean, if you're a sewer, I keep calling myself a sticky beak because I really want to see what your rooms look like. I would just love to see pictures of them. You can clean it up if you want. I didn't do any cleaning. This is how I sew. By the way, I just got rid of my ironing board. This is where all my buttons and bobs and everything are. And I just got a sewing pad on top of there and so my iron's always set up, but my ironing board is now gone, so I have a lot more room in here. It's a small sunroom in a downtown apartment, so lucky I've got that. Okay, so we encourage people to post their projects on Instagram, and they can win a mystery pack as a prize. Okay, that's a good idea. Mystery packs are great. Irina's been putting together. That's on her FabCycle website. I've seen that. And then she said, that's it. And she told me to smile. Well, she didn't tell me that. She just did a little happy face. So that's it. Thanks so much, everyone, for tuning in, and have a great day. And please go and check out FabCycle in there, and let's get involved together and see what we're all making. Take care. Have a great day.